Back in the day when I used to be a teacher, I was working with two women who we will call Sally and Susie. I had just bagged a new role at a local high school, stepping into a management position that would come with its own set of challenges and triumphs. The transition was a significant leap for me, especially as a younger black woman stepping into a space where Sally and Susie were, each around 10 to 15 years my senior. They had been in the workforce longer, and the idea of reporting to someone younger and earning significantly more was a bitter pill for them to swallow. From my very first day, I sensed the tension in the air. Their energy was palpable, laced with envy and bitterness. It felt as if I had walked into a storm, a workplace where my authority and leadership were seen as a threat rather than a fresh opportunity for collaboration. I caught them several times gossiping about me in hushed tones, exchanging glances filled with disdain as they plotted against me. Their unfounded complaints about my management style were always rooted in jealousy, aimed at undermining my authority and launching smear campaigns that would do little more than expose their own insecurities. When I stood up against the bullying of a team member, something I am deeply passionate about, as I cannot abide injustice, I became an even bigger target for their disdain. Instead of recognizing the importance of standing against such behavior, Sally and Susie only intensified their efforts to sabotage me. I had two choices. I could either ignore their antics or confront them directly. The latter often escalated the situation, leading to more hostility, yet I refused to back down. Understanding that I needed to address this situation with a higher authority, I decided to involve my manager, the deputy head teacher. We arranged a three-way meeting following an incident where Sally had behaved inappropriately toward me. Even in that structured environment, Sally's ugly heart was exposed. She shouted and deflected blame, refusing to see her own faults. I remained composed, allowing her to demonstrate her true colors, hoping it would be a wake-up call for her. Then came that fateful Christmas when we participated in a secret Santa gift exchange. Fate had a peculiar sense of humor as Sally picked my name. Despite the possibility that she might have manipulated the selection process, the gift was presented to me with a smile that felt more like a smirk. The person managing the names and presenting the gifts was none other than Susie, her accomplice in gossip. I took out the gift, examined it, thanked whoever my secret Santa was, and put it straight back in the bag. Although I hadn't received explicit instructions that the gift would be from Sally, the Lord had pre-warned me with words of wisdom prior to the event. Don't use, wear, or eat anything gifted to you without prayerful consideration. The spirit of witchcraft can manifest in various ways, and I had come to the realization that trust should be given sparingly. As I unwrapped the gift, I silently prayed for protection and discernment. The beautiful African-inspired beaded jewelry in my favorite colors of blue and turquoise caught my eye, but I felt compelled to obey the voice of God, urging me to refrain from trying it on. Instead, I admired it, expressed my gratitude, and carefully placed it back in the gift bag. After all the gifts were exchanged, we engaged in a light-hearted game of guessing each other's secret Santas. I felt a sense of relief when I guessed, thinking it might have come from a colleague I respected deeply, a genuine woman of faith who treated everyone with kindness and grace. It was this kind of camaraderie that I cherished, especially in a world that often felt filled with unseen battles. Eventually, the moment of truth arrived, and the names were revealed. To my dismay, and yet profound relief, it turned out that Sally was indeed my secret Santa. My heart raced as I realized how close I had come to potentially inviting negativity into my life. The gift, while beautiful, was a reminder of the importance of discernment and the wisdom in protecting oneself from those who harbor ill intentions. When I got home, I prayed that whatever bad intentions she had for me through the gift would have no bearing on my life, and I threw it in the bin, removing the bin from my house. Then there was another incident when she cooked food and brought it to work some months later, dishing out a plate of food for me. I told her I didn't want any, but she still insisted. I refused to eat the food as I knew she didn't have good intentions for me. Then she went around twisting the truth, telling anyone who would listen her many complaints about how she would never offer me food again because I made her cook for me, but I didn't eat it. The two women created a negative atmosphere within the working environment, and I sincerely believe that they both carried spirits of divination, which they were using to oppress, divide, control, and conquer. In that moment, I reaffirmed my commitment to the Word of God that had taken root in how I guarded my life. Don't accept food or gifts from anyone that doesn't like you. It wasn't just a precaution. It was a guiding principle that extended beyond material possessions and into the realm of interpersonal relationships. I learned the importance of surrounding myself with genuine people who uplift and support one another, especially in a challenging environment. Through this experience, I grew stronger and more resolute in my values. I recognized the significance of standing firm in my beliefs and the necessity of being cautious in the face of envy and manipulation. The journey taught me that true kindness is given freely, without ulterior motives, and that sometimes the best gift you can give yourself is the wisdom to discern the intentions of others